Okay, so what is given now? We'll just understand what actually the condition given in the problem. A bar of 10 centimeter long. So the length of the rod is given. The length of the bar is given. The length of the bar is given as 10 centimeter. So let the rod be like this. Let the ends be A and B. And the length is given as 10 centimeter. We are taking the length on x-axis. We know actually that it is taken on x-axis. And the ends, both the ends are kept at A and B. So what is actually originally given with insulated sides has its ends A and B maintained at temperature 50 degrees and 100 degrees respectively. At the end A, the temperature is kept at 50 degrees centigrade. And at the end B, the temperature is kept at 100 degrees centigrade. Under which condition? Until the steady state condition prevail. Originally, it is under steady state condition with a temperatures of the rod at both the ends as 50 degrees and 100 degrees. That is the first condition. Next, what is happening? The temperature A is suddenly raised to 90 degrees. So this is changed to 90 degrees. And at the same time, the temperature B is changed to 60 degrees. So then it is changed to 90 degrees on at A and changed to 60 degrees at B, and again it is kept still. So in this process, we are asked to find out the temperature distribution. First, you have to understand what actually we are having originally. The rod is, the rod is of length 10 centimeters. Originally, it is having at both the ends 50 degrees and 100 degrees. You can understand the difference between the problem what we have done before and this one. In the last problem, we have given that both the ends are kept at 0 degrees, so directly we have calculated it. But that is not the case here. Both the ends are not zeros. One end is kept at 50 degrees and one end is kept at 100 degrees. Under which condition? Until steady state condition prevails. So we'll start with the problem. I am erasing the question here, and we'll start with the problem. What is the meaning of steady state? I told you. U is independent of time. So U is independent of time means we get dou U by dou T is equal to 0. We know U is independent of time. There is no change with respect to time. Temperature is steady. There is no change in the temperature. Temperature is constant. So we are taking dou U by dou T is equal to 0. We know actually the equation of wave equation. We know actually what actually the one-dimensional heat equation is. What is the one-dimensional heat equation we have taken? Dou U by dou T is equal to C square dou square U by dou x square. This is the equation we have seen. And originally in this condition, dou U by dou T is becoming 0. If this is 0, what will be the value? Dou square U by dou x square will become 0. Because dou U by dou T is 0 here. Means U is a function of only one function x. So what will be the solution? If you integrate once, this will become dou U by dou x is equal to constant. If you integrate again with respect to x, this will become ax plus b. So we are taking this as steady state solution. Generally we write it as us. This s suffix mentioning that it comes under steady state. When do we say that it is steady state? Until when u is independent of time. So originally the temperature of the rod is at 50 degrees and 100 degrees until steady state. This is the solution you have to use over here. What is the condition? To find out the constants A and B, we use the conditions over here. What is the condition given? At T is equal to 0, U is equal to 50 degrees originally. First condition I am taking over here. So to avoid the confusion, I will erase the second solution part. Initially we are taking the conditions. So this is steady state, US. And similarly, this is not at T is equal to 0, at X is equal to 0. And similarly, at X is equal to 10, on the other end, the temperature is 100 degrees. So we use these two conditions and we try to find out the constant values A and B. What is the first condition we have? At X is equal to 0, U is equal to 50. That condition will substitute here. U is equal to 50 is equal to A into x is equal to 0 plus b implies b is equal to 15. So u is equal to us actually. U is equal to ax plus 15. What is the second condition we have? At x is equal to 10, u is equal to 100 given. So 100 is equal to a into 10, x is equal to 10 here, plus 15. So 10a is equal to 15 or a is equal to 5. So what is the steady state solution we have? Initially us at x is equal to ax 5x plus 15. This is the first solution, condition we have under steady state solution. So this is the first part. Now what to be done? Then the temperature of the rod is changed to, originally 50 and 100, then it is changed to B is reduced to 90 and B is reduced to 60. I think this is the temperatures given. Now, so what we write here, at what time? This is at P is equal to 0. So, or indirectly we can write it as U at x comma 0 is equal to 5x plus 15. We take it as initially the value. Now, shall I erase this part? Make it fast. Now, how the temperatures are changed now? What are the boundary? This is the initial condition. What are the boundary conditions we have here? The boundary conditions are u at 0 comma t means at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, what is the change temperature we have here? 90. U at x is equal to 0. Similarly, at x is equal to 10, the temperature is 60. This is the original given. You can observe here that the end points, the end temperatures are not zeros. So what we do? We modify the temperature. Actually, what is the procedure it is coming? There is a change in the temperature. After the change in the temperature, again it is kept steady. Means originally the temperature is at 50 and 100. Something they have heated this end, they have kept cold at this end. So the temperature is changed to 90 degrees and 60 degrees. So what is the process it is going on here? It is temperature is changing. After it is changed, again it is kept constant. It is kept still. So we modify the temperature or process we modify or we split into two parts. One is the transient solution. The other one is the steady solution. What is the meaning of these two? So we write the solution into two parts or we split the solution into two parts. What is the meaning of these two? Transient solution means there is a change in the temperature. That is transient. There is a change in the temperature. After it is changed, again it is kept still. That is a steady solution. So we are modifying the solution into two parts. We split the temperature into two parts as steady state as well as transient state. Where do we get this steady and transient? Steady state solution means after change into new temperature, again it is kept steady. That is the steady state. While changing the process, that solution is called as transient solution. I hope you understood till here. Now how we write it? We write the solution as u at x comma t. Steady state solution, we write it as us at x minus plus ut at x comma t. So now what we do, we calculate first what is the steady state solution, then we go with what is the transient, how we calculate the transient solution, and then we go with the complete solution part, the process what actually we have done over here. So now, first we'll start with the steady state solution. What is again the steady state solution? The temperature is changed to 90 and 60 and again it is kept steady. Means we have us at x is equal to some cx plus d. Just like what we have calculated over here. Initially, how we have calculated, similarly we have taken us at x. What is the condition we have given here? At x is equal to 0, u is equal to 90. We'll substitute. 90 is equal to c into 0 plus d. Implies d is equal to 90. At x is equal to 10, the temperature is changed to 60. Means 60 is equal to c into 10 plus 90. 10c is equal to minus 30, c is equal to minus 3. So the steady state, whatever we are writing, us is minus 3x plus 90. So this is the steady state solution what we have calculated. So ikkadiki oka chinna pause istanamma. So I just want you to know whether you have understood the process what we have done till now. ఒకసారి మీరు ఆడియో ఏదైనా అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకుని ఒకసారి చెప్పండి మీరు ఇప్పటి వరకు. So how we calculate the transient state? We'll take the relation from here. So how we write the value of ut? Ut at x comma t is equal to u at x comma t minus us at x. So we have taken that relation from this point. See, ut we have calculated us. That is the steady state solution already we have calculated. We need the transient state solution now. So we have learned till now, suppose the boundary conditions are zeros, then we know how to calculate transient state. So to make the solution or to make the boundary condition zeros, we have written the value of ut in this solution. Now we see what are these conditions for x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 10. So ut at 0 comma t, x is equal to 0, one end we are taking. What will be u at 0 t minus us at 0? What is the value of u at 0 t given after changing the temperature is 90? us at 0, we'll substitute x is equal to 0 over here. So x is equal to 0 implies us at 0 is 90. So the value is equal to 0. Next, what is the second condition we have at x is equal to 10? ut at 10 comma t. So what is the other end? B is reduced to 60 degrees. Next, minus us at 10. X is equal to 10 if you substitute, this is minus 30. Minus 30 plus 90, again he is becoming 60. So again this is 0. So ut at 0 t is equal to 0. ut at 10 comma t is equal to 0. See that we have sufficiently made the end conditions as zeros. So we can proceed with the calculation part what we have done just like before. We need the third condition also. What is the third condition? At x is equal to 0. Initial condition ut at x t is equal to 0. ut at x comma 0. t is equal to 0 there. How we write this? u at x comma 0 minus us at x. u at x comma 0, whatever we have calculated is 5x plus 50. This one. Minus us x. This is the value. Minus of minus plus 3x minus 90. So the what is the value? 8x minus 4. So ut at x comma 0 is equal to 8x minus 4. This will be taken as f of x now to calculate the value of bn. Now we'll start with, as usual, we'll start with the procedure. What is the procedure we have? ut. We are calculating ut here. So ut at x comma t is equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into e power minus p square c square t. So what is the first condition we have? I will erase this part. So what is the first condition we have? ut at 0 comma t is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to c1 cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0, e power minus p square c square. Implies c1 equal to 0. So ut is equal to c2 sin px e power minus p square c square. What is the second condition we have? ut at 10 comma t is also 0. Means at x is equal to 10, u equal to 0. c2 sin 10p e power minus p square c square. c2 can't be 0. This value can't be 0. Automatically sin 10p is equal to 0. When will the value of 10p become 0? If 10p is equal to n pi or p is equal to n pi by 10. So ut is equal to c2 sin n pi x by 10 e power minus n square pi square c square t by 10 square means 100. So we write this whole solution as sigma bn sin n pi x by 10 e power minus n square c square t by 100. Now we'll try to find out the substitute the third condition. What is the third condition? U at x comma 0 equal to f of x. So f of x is equal to sigma bn sin n pi x by n. E power 0 is 1. So bn is equal to 2 by 10. 2 by 10 integral 0 to 10 fx sin n pi x by 10 dx. So this is 2 by 10 integral 0 to 10 fx value is 8x minus 40 sin n pi x by 10 dx. So find out the value of bn evaluating using Gibbon's rule integration by parts. Calculate chesi bn value ఎంత వచ్చిందో చూడండి. Okay. So we'll go with integration by parts for this. So what will be the value? Two by 10. I'll go with integration by parts. 8x minus 40 into integral of sine minus cos n pi x by 10 by n pi by 10 minus derivative of this function is 8. Integral of this function is sine minus sine n pi x by 10 by n pi by 10 whole square. All these to be integrated apply to the limits 0 to 10. So you can observe here that in this function particularly for the second part, if you take x is equal to 10, the upper limit becomes sin n pi. If you take lower limit x is equal to 0, the lower limit becomes sin 0. We know sin n pi is 0, sin 0 is 0, so we'll cancel this term. So this is 2 by 10 minus 10 by n pi, I'll take it out constant. Now we substitute this function at upper limit minus this function at lower limit. X is equal to 10 if you substitute, 80 minus 40 is 40 cos x is equal to 10 if you substitute, this becomes n pi minus x is equal to 0. If you substitute x is equal to 0, this is minus 40 and this is cos 0 is 1. So minus 4. So 10 gets cancelled. This will become 2 by n pi. 40 also will take it out. This is cos n pi minus of n is plus 1. So 80 by n pi 1 plus minus 1 for n. Cos n pi we know it is minus 1 for n. This is the value of bn. So this bn we will substitute u. What is the value of ut at x sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity bn value. This is bn 80 by n pi 1 plus minus 1 for n into sin n pi x by 10 e power minus n square pi square c by c n square pi square c square t by 100. This is u. So this is a transient solution we have found. Already we have calculated the steady state solution. So what is the complete solution we have written? The complete solution we have taken as steady state solution plus the transient state solution. So we join both the values to get the complete solution, which is minus 3x plus 90 plus sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity 80 by n pi into 1 plus minus 1 power n sin n pi x by 10 e power minus n square pi square c square t by 100. This gives the complete solution. You can observe here that since the end temperatures are not zeros, since we are given a non-homogeneous conditions for the end points of the rod, we have modified the procedure by splitting the solution into two parts.
Ma'am?
Cheppamma.
Ma'am, bn value minus 80 by n pi వస్తుంది కదా ma'am.
Minus వచ్చిందా? అక్కడ మైనస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఓకే 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 ఓకే. దిస్ మైనస్ మైనస్ ఉంది కదా? ఓకే మైనస్. Yes, correct. Right. Okay, so I will explain this process once again. See, till now, like either in wave equation or in one-dimensional heat flow equation starting problems, we have seen that the endpoints are zeros. And what are the boundary conditions we have taken? In the case of wave equation, both the endpoints are fixed. In the case of one-dimensional heat flow, suppose if both the endpoints are 0 degrees centigrade, we have taken the initial conditions as u at 0 comma t, u at l comma t. Both the conditions are zeros. But in this problem, what is given? It is not zero. We are given a non-zero conditions. Initially, the temperature is kept at 50 degrees and 100 degrees. Then it is converted into 90 and 60. So what is actually the process going on in this? Originally, the rod is having some temperature until steady state condition. So a rod is acquiring the temperature 50 and 100, and then it is kept steady. Next, that is the first process. Initially, at t is equal to 0, the rod is having a steady state temperature. Say, what is the meaning of steady state? Steady state means the temperature won't change with respect to time. It is kept as it is. So that's why we are taking u as function of x only. Dou u by dou t we are making as 0. So that we got the calculation part as u as x comma 0. That is what we have taken. Dou square u by dou x square equal to 0. U is equal to ax plus b we have written. Correspondingly at t is equal to 0. Initially at t is equal to 0. U at x comma 0 equal to 5x plus 50 we have calculated. What is the condition we have used over there? U is equal to ax plus b we have taken, and the end points whatever is given. At x equal to 0, u is equal to 50. At x is equal to 10, u is equal to 100. We have used those conditions and we have found the temperature u at x comma 0. That is steady state. Next, what is done for the rod? Then the temperatures of the rod at both the ends are changed. After it is changed, again it is kept still. The original ka 50 and 100 it is having. After that, it is changed and again it is kept steady. So during this process, we can observe that there is a transient state temperature as well as a steady state temperature. What is the meaning of transient? Temperature changing with respect to time. That is a process like 50 converted into 90, 100 converted into 60. Maybe decreasing or increasing, there is some change in the temperature. That is a transient solution we have taken. We have mentioned it as UT. And after it is changed to 90 and 60, again it is kept still. Again it is steady state. So what we are doing, we are converting the solution into two parts because the process is consisting of two types of solutions. One is a transient, one is a steady state. We are splitting the solution into also as two parts: steady state solution, transient state solution. So how we have calculated again the steady state? I have found the values of C and D by taking at x is equal to 0, u is equal to 90 to new temperatures now. And at x is equal to 10, u is equal to 60. Using that, we have found the steady state temperature as minus 3x plus 90. That is what we are calling it as steady state temperature. To find out the transient state solution, we have written the transient state solution ut as u minus us. Then we have found the boundary conditions. What are the three boundary conditions? At x equal to 0, at x equal to 10, at t equal to 0. Now, using this relation, we have found that ut at x equal to 0 as well as at x is equal to 10, ut value is 0. By this relation, what we have taken, like these two, us and ut. So, automatically boundary conditions are becoming zeros. What is the third condition? Ut at x comma 0, t is equal to 0. That condition we have taken as f of x. Now we have taken the value of ut by the standard solution c1 cos px plus c2 sin px e4 minus p square c square t. Then we have found the value of bn. This is the bn value we have found. That bn we have substituted in ut value to get the solution. That is the solution for ut. What is the complete solution we have to write? Steady state solution as well as plus transient state solution. Therefore, the complete solution is this complete solution what we have found. This part is called as steady state. This part is called as transient state. When do we say that it is steady state? After it is changed to 90 and 60, it is kept still. That is the part solution here. While changing the process, there is a change in temperature. That is the solution, this part. So the solution is completely taken as steady state solution as well as transient state solution.